This is Dr. Burton, Assistant Principal for West Aurora High School. Today we are going to review the student safety and discipline procedures for 2014-2015 school year. At this time, I'm going to introduce our 5 house deans. In Ambition House, we have Mrs. Ramos. In the Character House, we have Mr. Webb. In the Pride House, we have Tom Davidson. In the Honor House, we have Mr. Brian Fenewald. And in Tradition, we have Mr. Joe Newkirch. At this time, the deans are going to review some of the rules and expectations for this great school year we are about to have.
Hi, I'm Brian Fenewald. I'm the Dean of the Honor House.
Hi, I'm Tom Davidson, Dean of the Pride House. And we're coming to you talking about school procedures and rules for the 2014-2015 school year. All students must properly display their IDs. That means you. All IDs must be worn above the waist and visible at all times. Your first 2 IDs are free. After that, your third one is a replacement ID, will cost you $1. You will also be scanned for a merit.
Students are given 100 merits per year unless you've got a contract going with your dean where you may be starting out at 50. This has not changed. Every 1 hour detention you get, that's minus 1 merit. If you get a Saturday school or a 3-hour detention, that's 3 merits. Every in-school day of detention, you get minus 4 merits. And every day you spend out of school on suspension is minus 5 merits.
Next procedure we'd like to talk about is students owing detentions. Everyone must serve their detention before they attend any sporting event, activity, or anything else after school. This also means if you're an athlete or in a club or activity, you must serve all detentions before you are allowed to participate in that game or club activity. Please serve all detentions in a timely fashion.
Okay, and I'm going to talk about some of the Plasco scans. Every time you get scanned for Plasco and it's not a warning, you get minus 1 merit. Some things that happen there's no warnings for, such as unauthorized area, failure to properly display your student ID, single period truancies, any kind of public displays of affection, being late to lunch. Yes, I said being late to lunch. Being late to attend your first period class by more than 10 minutes. And any kind of dress code violations. Examples, short shorts, sagging pants. Anything else that's shown in the student handbook.
Hi, I'm Mr. Newkirch, Dean of the Tradition House.
Hi, and I'm Mr. Webb, Dean of Character House, and I'm going to be discussing with you the update procedures for detention and their locations. Detentions are Monday through Thursday. 1 hour and 2 hour detentions are going to be Monday through Thursday. The 3-hour detentions are only on Wednesdays. All the detentions are in the Freshman Academy on the 2nd floor, Section A. You will be scanned in Plasco after serving the detention only. Side of school procedures. The hours are 8 to 11 a.m. You will enter door 28. It will be held in the Freshman Academy section. Your ID is required. Homework is required. And then you will also be scanned after serving that Saturday school 3-hour detention. Student pass procedures. For bathrooms and locker rooms, you must use Exhibit A card as a pass. Exhibit B, your planner, is only used for Academy Assistance Center, Tech Center, the nurse, or library. Students may only use the library and Nexus 3 times per week. Hall passes are not saved or carry over to next week. And substitutes are not allowed to issue passes only for emergency. My name is Mr. Webb. I'm your Dean in Character House, and these are the rules or procedures for detention and hall passes. Have a nice day.
Okay, cell phone rules for this year. A couple places that you are not allowed to use your cell phone. 1, if a teacher has the no cell phone policy in their room, you are not allowed to use their cell phone in that classroom at all. A second place, girls or boys' locker rooms. You are not allowed to use your cell phone at all in there. Girls and boys' bathrooms, also not appropriate use. The other place you are not allowed to use it is the nurse's office. Please do not use your cell phone in the nurse's office unless you have asked the nurse and she has given you permission. One other place that you are not allowed to use your cell phone without permission is the house. If your dean or OP gives you, or guidance counselor gives you a permission to use your cell phone, go ahead. If not, no cell phone usage.
Okay, some other cell phone use violations. Like we said earlier, if a teacher has a no cell phone policy, put your cell phones away before you go into that class. You are not allowed to videotape, record, take pictures of any of the following: teachers, security guards, custodians, administrators, teachers' assistants, any of the cafe staff, bus drivers, and any other 129 staff. So please do not video record or take pictures of any of those people. You're also not allowed to video or sound record any physical or verbal altercations before, during, or after the school day. You could be subject to any kind of discipline yourself if you're found videotaping or taking any of those pictures. If a staff member directs you to turn in your cell phone, please do so. The cell phone will be returned to your parent or guardian once the dean has contacted them. Refusing to hand over your cell phone to staff will result in additional and severe consequences. So students, if you're asked to turn in your cell phone, please do. And again, this is Mr. Davidson, Dean of the Pride House.
And this is Mr. Fenwell, Dean of the Honor House.
Have a great year, Blackhawks.
Procedures for 2014-2015 linked to lunch. Students will be scanned for tardies in the cafeteria for not arriving on time. Your first one will be a warning. Following that, the second one will be a 1-hour detention and -1 merit. You need to make sure that you hustle and get to the lunchroom. This is different from last year. You can rack up a lot of detentions if you do not pay attention to what's going on. Transitioning to that, failure to serve detentions is also changed. Students that accumulate 5 or more unserved hours of detention will be given a severe consequence ranging from in-school detention to out-of-school suspension. If the failures to serve continue week in and week out, out-of-school suspensions will be given progressively. Make sure, if you want to attend those extracurricular activities, activities are included. If you do not serve your detentions, you will not be able to participate in those extracurricular activities. After school procedures, make sure that you leave the school promptly. If you are traveling on a school bus, the buses depart approximately at 3:07. The buses will not stop for you if they have begun to roll. Students are not allowed to be in the building unsupervised after school. Student athletes and students participating in activities must be with their coach or sponsor no later than 3:15. If you're in the hallway after 3:15, you must have a written pass from a teacher. If not, you will be escorted out of the building. Students are also not allowed to loiter on any private property or on Jefferson Middle School property. You could be issued a citation by the Aurora Police Department if you violate those two procedures. This is Mr. Newkirk signing off. Tradition House, RJ through Z. Come down if you have any issues, and have a great year.
Hi, I'm Shelley Ramos, Dean of Students in the Ambition House.
I'm Dr. Brett Burton, Assistant Principal of Student Services.
Today I'm going to be talking about public displays of affection, otherwise known as PDA.
Students that elect to exhibit public displays of affection will lose a merit and have a Plasco scanned every single time.
Attached here you will see a YouTube video. Please watch.
Of the do's and don'ts of public displays of affection.
PDA, or public display of affection, is when two people publicly display their affection for each other.
Excuse me, I need to get through. Can you move, please?
You will be scanned if you exhibit public displays of affection.
And now we are going to discuss dress code violations. In page 16 of your student planner, West High students are not allowed to wear hats or ball caps on their belt loop, or allowed to wear them in the building on their heads, or wear gloves in the building as well. So rule of thumb, no hats on the belt loop, no hats or head coverings on your head, and also no gloves during school.
Students are also not allowed to have a visible midriff or navel showing, mesh shirts, halter tops, tube tops, thin strap tank tops, spaghetti strap dresses, short shorts, short skirts, clothing items that allow undergarments to be exposed, and beachwear. Those are not all allowed on a school property.
Also including in that, no sagging student pants. If you look at the next slide, you will see student sagging pants. And as I'd like to say, come on, man. Sagging pants aren't appropriate for school.
Please don't wear this to school. This is not appropriate.
Short shorts, keep them at home.
And then on this slide, please don't wear this to school. This is not appropriate.
Don't show your belly button. Cover it up, girl.
Please remember to follow the rules in the student handbook.
And if you have any questions, please go to your house and talk with your Dean of Students. Have a great year, Blackhawks.
Go Blackhawks.